and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as a 4Kids at 147, and I just wanted to give you a little sort of update on my Dreamers Designs diamond painting. So I ordered a diamond painting from Dreamers Designs. It was, is it Compassion? Contemplation. You can see I've sort of part done it here, and these are the cover sheets that I like to use. The rest is the clear. But I had a real problem with a few symbols. Now I'm going to try and zoom in and show you what I mean, though I do have, of course, my big lights on, which is sort of my filming lights, and they do make it a little bit easier to see them than it is in real life. But I had a real problem with the 6s. They're even slightly blurred here. So that's a 7, which is fine. But this 6 and this sort of less than symbol were really, really hard to see. There were also the odd one like the P that was really hard to see. A light pad did not help. It gave it a little edge. I mean, you can even see up here the O, if you can see that without my light shining off it. That is really, really hard to see and really blurred. And I found that it just was not enjoyable to work on at all. A lot of the time I would have to have my light pad, I would have to get my torch out on my phone to try and figure out what some of the symbols were. I think I could figure it out if I was working on it in the daytime. So if I was sat and I had natural daylight above me, I could pretty much figure out what they were. You would still have to have good sight. I would probably still have to angle it occasionally to try and get the light to shine off it properly. But because I work during the day, or my job involves me working during the day, should I say that? Better way of saying it. I found that I was not enjoying doing the painting, and I do not want to pay this much money to not enjoy it. So I did message them, and they did send me a PDF of this design, and it actually was the wrong PDF for the chart that I had. There was 1 or 2 symbols that were actually different. They weren't the problem symbols, but it didn't help when I was trying to figure out where on the chart I was. It wasn't, like working on my Heaven and Earth designs, because they weren't all blank and I was marking them off. It was really, really hard. The easiest way I found to deal with it was to actually do everything else around it. So I was only left with the symbols I couldn't quite work out. And then basically getting out a torch and shining an extremely bright light on the top of it to try and figure out exactly what the symbols were. And again, I paid too much for the painting to do that. I didn't find it was enjoyable. And I think that was the thing that got me the most. It wasn't a small struggle. It made it not enjoyable. And that is not the purpose of this craft. If it had only been a couple of pounds painting, I probably would have just ditched it and scraped it up to be a bad experience. But it wasn't. It cost 40 odd pounds for me to get this shipped to the UK. And with customs, it was even more. So I emailed the company again saying, look, this is really not working. Now, that is part of the reason for the update, is I did want to let you know what they did. So they did send me another canvas. So they actually sent me another complete kit. So this one that I can't work on and enjoy is actually going to be gifted to a friend who is able to do diamond painting more in the day. So they are going to be able to see the symbols a little bit easier. And I'm going to work on this one. And I'm going to try and sort of open it up so that we're zoomed in on roughly the same area. So hopefully you can see. Now, don't get me wrong, the symbols are not excellent. They are still not wonderful. I have tested this on an evening, but they are better. So this Trouble sort of number 6 number, do I have an 8 as well? No, it is a number 6. I can't tell if it's 6 or an 8. This Trouble number 6 with the less than symbol. The less than symbol is more defined. The number 6 is still just as bad. However, I'm not now dealing with two colours that are extremely similar. I do have a difference in colour, which means process of elimination is a lot easier. The O is still very bad. However, there isn't another symbol that is very close. So we have a J that's close in colour, but it has got black on it. I'm hoping you can sort of see what I'm trying to say. They were probably the worst symbols. These 3 dots were bad in places on the other one, but it was mainly this 6 and this less than. The section I started on included a lot of that symbol. It was basically very similar to this middle part. It goes all the way across. So it was very similar to this. And I was having condensed sections of those two colours next to each other, and I just couldn't make them out. This heart as well is really bad. It is a white heart on a green background. You can hardly even see the heart. It's very similar to the O. So the symbols are still bad. I have asked them to feed it back, that the symbols are still not nice. However, it is better than the last one. It is, I don't think it's going to take away as much enjoyment, because I think I can figure it out by process of elimination, because the actual shading on the background is different, which means I should be able to figure out which one's which by doing the darker one and then doing the lighter green, or vice versa. But I did want to let you know why I've not, finished this one and showed it completed or given an update in that sense. I stopped working on it because of the frustration. I had the communication with the seller. They've sent me another kit. As I say, they did actually send a full kit, which was quite surprising. But what it means is I have gifted, it's going to get posted off as soon as this video is done, but I have gifted the one that I have partially completed, i.e. a very small strip here. I'm going to gift that to somebody who is able to diamond paint during the day and is willing to take on the challenge, which is an easier challenge when there's not a big cost to yourself involved. And I'm not meaning that funny in any way. They did offer some money for it, and I'm like, no, I don't want anything for it. I just, in a way, I don't want to throw it in the bin. The diamond quality is very good. I have enjoyed the sections that I could just do without the struggle, were really nice to do. So I can imagine this section here, I can see all of the symbols clear as day. That would be a really, really nice section to actually complete. But as soon as you get to a confetti section, you've got symbols that just are not as clear as they should be. And because it's a confetti section as well, and they're so close in colour and so close to each other, it's really hard to follow a PDF as well. Because there's just so many bits, you lose track completely of where you're up to. But they have put it right. They are taking the feedback on board in regards to the symbols. And I do hope, hugely hope, that the symbols do get better, because otherwise I do think that could be their downfall. But just an update for you on what's happening with this canvas and where I'm up to. I now have a fresh one. I am going to do, not yet, I do still need, I think, I have got over it, but I have got other projects on now. So I'm going to put this one back into my stash. I have checked the symbols at night and say they're not wow, but they're manageable. and I'm going to do this one at a later date, so I will in effect have another kitting up for it, because I'll need to kit it up again, because I won't have this one. I won't have this one and the diamonds for it anymore, because they're going with this painting. So yeah, just wanted to give you an update. The company has attempted to put it right. They have sent another canvas. The other canvas is better, but I do still think they need to improve the quality. On this particular painting, I don't know what it's like on others. I do know other people have had some problems, because it was those that mentioned me emailing and getting a PDF. And I hope that does work for some people and their paintings. Just didn't quite work for me and mine. But when it is completed and you have got diamonds in the right place, it is gorgeous. I mean, the AB colours and stuff that is coming off that is really, really nice. So that does bring some excitement back, that it is going to be a lovely painting when it's done. But anyway, I hope that was helpful for some people. I do try and always give, you know, my honest opinion in relation to stuff, but while also still, I do believe, being fair. And yeah, thumbs up for Dreamers Designs, you know, going through on their canvas warranty, and going the full length to put things right. And hopefully you'll see me kitting this one up in the future, once my current projects and stuff are sort of done and I'm ready to take this on again. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.
10,000 subscriber giveaway number 10. To be in with a chance to win a box of diamond painting goodies, head over to my website 4kids@147.com and click on the tab titled Giveaway. When prompted for a password, today's password is Dreamer, all in lowercase. Fill in the form with your details and hit submit. The giveaway will end 24 hours after this has been posted on YouTube. All the best to those that enter.